What's going on YouTube? This is ParkerLad88 coming at you with another video, and in this video I got another character breakdown, a revised character breakdown for Magna Defender. Similar to my other character breakdowns, I'm going to be running through the move list, doing some combos, and then I'm going to talk about a game plan for Magna Defender. So let's go ahead and get started. So if you guys like what you see in this video, please consider following me on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/ParkerLad88. You can follow me on Twitter at ParkerLad2. Join the Whoosh Clan if you have Discord. And if you want to do a little bit more to support me, please consider checking out my Patreon page at www.patreon.com/ParkerLad88. Now with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started by talking about Magna Defender. And we're going to get started with mobility. So when it comes to mobility, Magna Defender base value is a slow-moving character as his hulky frame would lead you to believe. His jumps are actually pretty decent, and his dash jump is kind of shallow, but still covers a good amount of range in combination with his aerial normals. As you can see, he can get a full-screen jump in. His dash is actually pretty good, as you can see, and he actually covers a fair amount of range, but he just can't do it that fast, right? Right? Well, this actually is not entirely the case with Magna Defender. One very underutilized tool with Magna Defender as far as his mobility is his wave dash. Magna Defender actually has a very quick wave dash, and as a result, he is the fastest moving big body character on the ground. Not enough people actually take advantage of this in order to close distance with Magna Defender, but if you can get used to wave dashing with Magna Defender, it'll really help out your mobility. So do keep that in mind when moving about the screen with Magna Defender. Moving into normal base attacks, we have Standing Light, Crouching Light, Standing Medium, Crouching Medium, Standing Heavy, and Crouching Heavy for the launcher. Now, when it comes to command normals, we have Backward Medium. This will give you the Sparta Kick. In addition to causing a stagger state when you hit somebody with this, it also has the added benefit of having 2 hits of armor. So not only is it a good combo tool, it's also a good defensive tool, but it only has 2 hits. Any multi-hitting move that does more than 2 hits will break Magna Defender out of his armor. I'll have Cat help me out here, as you can see right there. Now, the other command normal that Magna Defender has is going to be his overhead. Back with Heavy will give you his overhead, and similar to a lot of other overheads, you actually can combo from this with proper timing, so make sure you're getting used to that. Going into aerial normals, we have Air Light, Air Medium, and Air Heavy. Now, when it comes to normals, you're going to be using the most of Magna Defender on the ground. Standing Medium is going to be the normal that has the most amount of range with Magna Defender, as you can see right here. I like using the Crouching Light, though, because in combination with Magna Defender's speed and going into his light auto combo, which you can special cancel, I think it's a really good option, especially when you combine that with his overhead to set up for some like high-low situations like this. You cannot go wrong with Air Light and Air Heavy. I kind of like Air Light a little bit better just because it's an easier cross-up and leads into his light auto combo, which you can see to get combos from, but you're going to be using Air Heavy a lot. This move has a decent amount of priority. You can beat out a number of opponents in the air just by jumping up and throwing this out. You'll be surprised how many air-to-airs you end up winning with this button. It also has some good cross-up potential at certain ranges. It's kind of hard to time, but the fact that it also double functions as a cross-up along with the Air Light, you can't go wrong. So once again, your main grounded buttons are going to be your Medium, Crouching Light, and your overhead, and then you can't go wrong with your Air Light and your Air Heavy as jump-ins and cross-up with Magna Defender, so do keep that in mind. Alright, let's move into throw. Then we have back throw. Now, Magna Defender can actually combo from both of his throws, but it's kind of contingent on him being in the corner in order to optimize them. Otherwise, pretty much all he gets is like super. Speaking of which, there is super, and then we have EX. Let's talk about Magna Defender's first special move, and that is going to be his Shotgun Blast. Magna Defender will turn his sword into a shotgun, and he will shoot it. Now, as a shotgun, you would expect this not to be a particularly good projectile, right? You'd imagine that the hitbox would go right to where the flash is, but that is one of the neat properties of Magna Defender's particular projectile. Believe it or not, you can actually hit somebody with it from right about here. which is really disorienting for your opponent, because that means that they really have no idea where the actual hitbox of this move is if they have never played against a Magna Fender, which means if they're not paying attention, they can literally just get caught with a hard knockdown, and then you can just run in there and go for a combo afterwards if they're close enough to the corner. But another neat benefit of this move is depending on where you actually hit the opponent with this move, the damage will actually change. So as you can see, when you try to max distance this, the damage on this is actually not very good, as you would expect from a shotgun. But if you use it as a shotgun, you can see the damage is significantly higher. And this also applies to chip damage too. Just as a point of reference, you see right there. A lot more chip damage, and this can add up too. So you don't want to keep on blocking this, as you can see. Let's talk about Magna Fender's next special move, and that is going to be his forward special, or as I just call it, the forward slash. If you press forward with special, Magna Fender will lunge himself at the opponent, doing a slash across the screen. As you can see, this has pretty good range, so it's a pretty decent footsie tool, but what makes this move so good is a number of things. First of all, let's talk about its combo ability. So you can actually cancel this into crouching heavy for his launcher, for some very easy combo follow-ups. But that is not alone what makes this move good. What makes this move good is the fact that it has not 1, not 2, but 3 hits of armor. This, in combination with the fact that you can cancel this into his launcher, means that you can use this to really bully your way through a lot of different things if you have a good eye out for it. But this move, however, comes with a very big drawback of being very unsafe if you whiff this move or if your opponent blocks this move. One thing that a lot of Magna Fenders will do is they will use this a lot in neutral with the hope of just catching somebody. You can do this move on reaction to a lot of different things. If you see your opponent whiff a button, if they try to zone you out, with the proper timing, you can just do this. And this move actually has armor on startup, unlike a lot of other characters who have armor moves in this game. This character is the armor character. So, one really big piece of advice I'll give you with Magna Fender is do not just randomly throw this out unless you have coverage. You can do this move on reaction, use it to punish your opponent for doing things, and then just get very easy combo confirms. Let's move into Magna Fender's next special move, and that is going to be his counter. Now, if you press back with special, Magna Fender will enter this special state where if the opponent connects with him while he is blue, he will do a follow-up attack. Now, Magna Fender can get combos from this. You can cancel this into neutral special, and if you're close enough to the corner, you can actually go for full combo follow-ups. Otherwise, you can just go straight into super, which is a pretty easy follow-up for Magna Fender. Now, Magna Fender probably has one of the best counters in this game for a number of reasons. Number one, it is very active and very quick on the startup. And because of how active this move is, it means you don't have to be particularly precise with this. As long as he's going blue, you will get that counter state. You can also do it late as well. So as you can see, Magna Fender's counter is a really good character to start getting used to counters just due to the leniency of it. Now, one thing you must know about counters, for the most part, I can't think of any exceptions to this, but counters are usually weak to grabs. So if you try to counter a grab, you will just get grabbed out of it. As you can see right there. Magna Fender's counter specifically also does not work against projectiles. As you can see right there, he'll go through some of it, but eventually he'll just end up getting hit out of it. So counters, traditionally, unless they're projectile specific, do not work against projectiles, and they do not work against grabs. So please do keep that in mind whenever you are using counters. Let's talk about Magna Fender's last special move, and that is going to be his buzzsaw maneuver. So if you press the aerial special button, Magna Fender will do this buzzsaw, which will lead to a ground mount. Now, Magna Fender in and of himself cannot follow up from this, but this in combination with assist will allow him to do just that. Now, this move also has an added property of being an overhead. So you do have to stand block this in order to block it. This is actually not a bad option off of incoming, and in combination with assist to keep him safe. And it can also set up for some pretty easy sandwich opportunities as well. Let's now start talking about Magna Fender's assist. So Magna Fender's assist is going to be his shotgun blast. So all the pluses and minuses associated with a shotgun blast apply here. As a projectile, you're not really going to be winning any projectile wars, right? But the fact that the hitbox is essentially invisible unless you've played against Magna Defenders and you know where that hitbox is, you do run the risk of just getting caught by this, and then whoever the character is can just follow up with an OTG from there. And in pressure situations, can lead to a lot of extra chip damage. So that is Magna Defender's assist. Let's start moving into combos now. We have auto combo number 1 with lights, auto combo number 2 with mediums, and then auto combo number 3 with heavies. Now, per normal, I'll start off by doing combos, by doing the completed combo with number notation for those of you who are more experienced at the game and just want to see what the combos look like with the inputs, and then after that we'll go into the combo breakdowns. Let's go ahead and get started with our first, like, intermediate-ish combo. So this first combo that I just demonstrated is a pretty easy bread and butter to do with Magna Defender. We start with our basic jump in, air heavy, since this is one of the jumps we use the most, go into medium heavy, we'll then cancel that into the forward special forward slash. We will then cancel that into our launcher, since we can actually do that out of the forward slash. After that, we'll jump up and do a staggered air light medium. After we land on the ground, we'll do another medium into the forward slash into launcher again, so we get... This time we'll jump up and then we'll do medium into heavy. We'll do medium on the way up and then heavy on the way down, with the delay just like that. Once we hit the ground, we'll be able to do back medium for the Sparta kick, which will put them in a stagger state. We'll follow up then with medium, heavy, into the shotgun blast. We will then use our OTG, which is going to be back with heavy. Then after that recovers, we'll do medium, and then into EX. And then from there, we will go into super. Not really a whole lot you have to practice for this one. You kind of just have to get used to the general timing. But as you can see, that combo gives you some pretty good damage. It is not particularly complex. So if you've done everything correctly, you should have something that kind of looks like this. And there you go. Let's go ahead and start moving into our more advanced combos, the fun stuff. When it comes to comboing Magna Defender, there are a couple things we have to know how to combo from. We have to know how to combo from our shotgun blast. We have to know how to combo from forward throw. We have to know how to combo from back throw. And then we also have to know how to combo from our counter. Now, if you notice from a bunch of those setups, a lot of that stuff led into a hard knockdown, and Magna Defender's follow-up from that is always going to be the same. That means, yes, you will essentially be doing the same combo paths for all of these. So if you can do one of these combos, you can do all of them. But let's go ahead and start talking about our first combo. So let's start breaking down this first combo. As you can see, we already have something that we need to practice, and the heart of it lies in the ability for Magna Defender to link the second part of his light auto combo into a crouching light. And that's going to be the first thing you want to practice. It's the most difficult thing about Magna Defender's more advanced extensions, and if you can practice this, you can do all of Magna Defender's extensions as you saw me do right there. So the first part that we led off with was, of course, we did crouching light into the first 2 hits of light auto combo. And we can do that 3 times if we have a dashing start. As you can see, we get 3 links to the crouching light. After that third crouching light, they'll be too far away. At that particular point, we'll follow up with our standing medium. Then we'll go standing heavy, and then just like the intermediate combo, we'll then go forward slash into launcher. Staggered air light medium. Then we'll do medium into another forward slash launcher. And then we'll do medium heavy. So of course we get and then into Sparta kick. Now, here is the next most difficult part of this combo, if you really want to go this route. Now, naturally, you can just do more links. That is easier, but if you want to do a little bit more flashy flash in the corner, after you do stagger state, you can actually get a dash jump. Just like that. When Magna Fender lands, you'll have enough time to recover and then do the first 2 hits of light auto combo. So you'll get just like that. And then you'll keep on doing more links. Just like that. So let's go ahead and practice what we have so far. So that's pretty much where we're at right now. Now, the tricky part, the timing of this is kind of weird, right? Because you would think because of how early you have to do the dash jump into the air heavy, you would think that when you land that you'd have to try and press the button really quick afterwards, right? But the thing is, if you just trust yourself, when you land, you'll be able to get that standing light afterwards because there's enough hit stun that you see there. Now, as far as your timing from the Sparta kick, just take a moment to wait for Magna Fender to recover and literally just do the input of forward, forward, up, and then you'll be able to get the dash jump. See, you have a lot of time. So then you should be able to practice the last part. OTG, medium, into EX, and then into super. So once again, things to practice for this combo. Make sure you're practicing your first 2 hits of light auto combo into crouching light as much as you need to. And then once you are in the corner, make sure that you're practicing Sparta kick into the dash jump heavy. And then going into the crouching light series afterwards again. And that should be what you guys are looking for. So those are really the only 2 difficult parts of this combo that you need to practice. So if you've done everything correctly, you should have something that kind of looks like this. And that is what you should get. Let's go ahead and move on to our next combo. Next, let's talk about comboing from Magna Fender's overhead. So as you can see, comboing from Magna Fender's overhead is actually very similar to the last combo we just did. The only difference is those first couple of hits. We do not have the forward momentum from the dash in order to do this multiple times. We can only do it one time. So we'll do overhead, first 2 hits of light auto combo, then we'll do crouching light, standing medium, standing heavy, into forward special launcher. And then the combo proceeds just as it did for the last combo. So if you guys were comfortable doing those links, and you were able to get the dash jump overhead in the corner after the Sparta kick, and you were comfortable practicing that, then you should be able to do this combo. So if you've done everything correctly, you should have something that kind of looks like this. and that is what you guys should get. Moving into our next combo, we're going to talk about what to do off of forward throw. So as you guys can see, very similar to the last combo that we just did. If you can do the first two combos, then you'll be able to do this combo, because all of the difficult parts of this combo are the same. The light links, and then the dash jump heavy after the Sparta kick. The only difference in the first couple of combos and the rest of the combos I'll show you in this video is when we do our OTG. And all of these combos, you will do your OTG after your hard knockdown, because all these will lead into a hard knockdown. So you'll just do the OTG first with back heavy. You'll go into medium, and then you'll just do / launcher, and then the rest of the combo proceeds as normal. The only thing that changes is that we have to change our ender. Normally, because we do our OTG at the end of the combo, we can sneak in that standing medium before we go into our EX, but because we do it so early, after we do standing medium, standing heavy, that's when we do our EX. So once again, if you've done everything correctly, you should have something that kind of looks like this. And that's what you guys should have. Let's go ahead and move into our next combo. So the next couple of combos I'll be showing you is how to combo from back throw and from counter. They're going to be pretty much the exact same thing that you saw as the forward throw combo. The only difference is you'll be tossing them over your head, and then you'll follow up with your neutral special. So of course you'll have this, and then you'll do the same follow-up from the counter as well. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and check out these combos.
You are weak. Mega Blaster.
So the only thing you have to know for these combos is after you flip them over your head, you'll go into your neutral special for the hard knockdown while you're in the corner. You'll OTG with your back heavy, medium, into forward special launcher, and then it proceeds just like the forward throw did. Don't need to do another demonstration of this because you guys just saw it. That's the only part that you have to keep in mind. And that'll do it for all the combos I'll be showing you with today with Magna Fender. Let's go ahead and move into Magna Fender's game plan, and if you haven't figured it out by now, Magna Fender is a heavy-hitting character that really relies on his armor-style moves in order to tank and bulldog his way through the enemy opposition in order to get those hits. Due to the high-risk, high-reward nature of Magna Fender's moves, he really benefits from having assists, good assists, behind him. Because of this, he is a fantastic point character, because when he does have those assists, he can literally do whatever he wants. So the nature of Magna Fender's playstyle is literally do something, assist. Do buzzsaw, then assist. Do /, then assist. Do overhead, and assist. This is what Magna Fender benefits from, and that in combination with his armor style moves, it can really make Magna Fender a terror to deal with. So, as long as you guys are using your armor moves smartly and doing it on reaction and less on prediction, like throwing it out willy-nilly, and really taking advantage of good assists in order to utilize Magna Fender's moves, then I really think you'll be doing a great job with Magna Fender. And that'll do it for this character tutorial featuring Magna Fender. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. Once again, if you guys want to check me out, consider checking out my social media links that are in the description box, and I'll be back to you later with future videos. This is Parker Lad, and I'll see you guys next time.